everyone, and welcome to EDNews-TV. Today, our guest is Deputy Director General in Institute of Foreign Affairs and Trade in Hungary, Professor Vasa László. Mr. László, welcome to EDNews-TV.
Thank you very much for the invitation.
It's nice to see you. Today, we will basically talk about nowadays economic trends and Azerbaijan's position in world economy. I will have a few questions to you, Mr. László, and my first question is, as we know, the development of green energy transform the economics of world countries, and as an oil export country, Azerbaijan, how that puts Azerbaijan's position to the world country? Can Azerbaijan's importance decline because of the development of green energy? Will Europe still need Azerbaijan's oil in close future?
Let me highlight the situation right now in Europe. There is a kind of new economic development doctrine figured out by the European Union, especially the European Union headquarters in Brussels, and it is quite dominated by Germany. We clearly see that in the name of the climate change, the European countries try to decrease the importance of the fossil energies, including the oil and gas. The war in Ukraine gave a push for these efforts because they say, okay, we do not need the Russian gas anymore. We do not need the Russian oil anymore. We will change the structure of our industry anyway. However, I call it's a kind of deindustrialization, as meanwhile the industrial development is going on in Asia, in the Far East especially, including Central Asia, Central Eurasia, and in the United States. So your question is absolutely valid. The oil and gas producer countries have to take into consideration that Europe, one of the largest market or previously largest market for these products, is declining in this regard because they try to change their energy mix to the renewable. It is another question that it is technically impossible to use just renewable energies because a buffer we need anyway, and the nuclear energy or the gas power plants could serve as a very good tool for it. However, if we see Germany, they cut everything which is having anything to do with nuclear energy. So the gas consumption is declining. Also, the oil consumption is somehow declining and will decline because the e-mobility issues, because of better insulation of the buildings, and so on. This is having a quite serious effect not only on Azerbaijan but on all oil and gas producer countries. But this is just Europe. Meanwhile, we can see that in Asia, especially South Asia, the need for these fossils is increasing because the industrialization and the growth of the service sector is going on. They need more electricity. They need more raw material in this regard. So it is absolutely sure that Azerbaijan has to look for new markets, which is going on, and it is also clear that Azerbaijan chose a very good solution or alternative how to produce energy but not exporting oil and gas from the country, and this is how to produce green energy and delivering it to Europe. And this is the main flagship project for this is the undersea cable under the Black Sea, where Azerbaijan, Georgia, Romania, and Hungary is involved, and will deliver after completion green power to Central Europe. This is a very good solution. And meanwhile, for sure, other markets will be more powerful in this regard when it comes to consumption of oil and gas.
Thank you. I totally agree with you. My next question will be, of course, about COP29. As we know, the event COP29 is getting closer and is going to be Azerbaijan will be hosting COP29. As other world countries' perspective, what is the general expectancy from COP29? And do you think the infrastructure of Baku is enough for this event?
Yes, the COP29 is a crucial and extremely important event, let's say a kind of experts and stakeholder summit of the world. Last time, if I remember well, in Dubai, like 80,000 people attended, participants, delegates, and there are some, the same number or even more, like 100,000 participants are expected in Baku. It provides a very good opportunity for Azerbaijan and also for the neighboring countries, and I would say for the whole Central Eurasia, to meet, how to say, the mainstream thinkers, the most important decision makers and stakeholders who are connected to circular economy, climate change, environmental protection issues. And this is meaning that the Azerbaijani decision makers, experts, researchers will have a direct access to the most important networks, research networks, decision-making networks, lobbying networks in these fields. It is also providing an excellent opportunity to show the results of the country and particularly the green projects, the fully green projects of Karabakh to the world, which is contributing to the reputation of Azerbaijan. And when it comes to the infrastructure of the capital, because the main events will be in the capital, as I mentioned, like almost 100,000 visitors are expected within very few weeks. And I'm sure that the necessary accommodations will be provided. The airport is already set for that traffic. So I do not think that infrastructural problems could, and the organizational staff will be provided at a very high level and with full of hospitality, the legendary hospitality of Azerbaijani people and government. The main task is, in my opinion, to think longer than COP29, because now several infrastructure were improved. The main issue is how to maintain the higher number of visitors to the country. The COP29 and the delegates, this will be a very good promotion for Azerbaijani tourism. The next steps are how to increase the flights, the direct flights to Baku, the frequencies of these flights, how to establish and how to improve the tourist attractions, and how to make it to a famous touristic destination. Because for Azerbaijan, it is really crucial to diversify its economy, not only to the way of the renewables and to the green economy, but also to the direction of the tourism development. We can see very good examples in the Emirates, in Turkey, but even in Austria or in Hungary. The tourism is taking up around 10% of the total GDP. And it is a very good tool to stimulate the economy and to increase the employment. So I am very optimistic regarding COP29, and I have no doubt that the organizational works will go very smoothly and all the participants will be satisfied.
Well, thank you, Mr. Raja, for your all great response, and thank you for attending to our interview. Dear EDNews viewers, thank you for watching. That will be enough from us today. Thank you.
Thank you.